happen. And all you can stop it.
That's right.
Right? Going into that now, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 41.
Me finish.
I wanted to add this to you.
Oh yeah, can go ahead, good.
Sirach 41 and verse 8, it says, Woe unto you ungodly men, which have forsaken the Lord the Most High Power. For if you increase, it shall be to your destruction. How much are all your ungodly men increasing in the earth, boy? All they rich, all they doing well. That is all to your destruction. Go ahead, Ak. Go ahead.
Can.
Which
it does say, right? They shall build, but the house shall go on when that time coming on, throw down.
Come on.
Right? So when you all feel that this kingdom and you all building up right now, it can last forever. And I don't think about the scripture say, let's bring it out one time. You all feel that this kingdom you are building right now, it ain't gonna last forever. But the scripture say in Job, right? Before your belly be filled, before you get to be comfortable and bring forth your NWO, right? The Lord God come and destroy you all. It's thermal nuclear fire. How much? How much is 200 million nuclear? 200,000 Slakia?
200,000.
Can 200 million?
Right, 200
right,
million warheads, yeah.
Can it gets me?
Yeah,
but 200 million nuclear warheads is gonna come and destroy you wicked heathens. Just imagine for the whole earth to be shaken in that same day, that same hour, or that same time, for the whole earth to be shaken, for the whole earth to be rocking to and fro like a drunk man.
Come on.
I saw a lot of you all, you had the village drunk man, or the neighborhood drunk man we always seeing. Oh, you see him walking around and he's swaying from left to right. Like you say, the road is about 15 feet wide. You understand? 15 feet. Oh, how much of a feet wide? And he going from one side of the road to the next side of the road. Come on. Right, book on Nahum.
Shall shake to and fro like a drunkard.
That's right.
I just prophesied there, brother. I just play. You know how the earth go shake like that wild man.
Can. This is the book of Nahum chapter 1 and verse 9 concerning Esau and his mentality. We so feed he can rule forever. We so feed he when this time come, especially these Russians and them, when they don't believe, don't think that, because remember, these Russians also are part of Esau Edomites also. When you feel that America being blown to thermal with thermonuclear fire and being destroyed, don't feel you are going to rule after. That's what the scripture says here in Nahum 1 and verse 9. And it says, what do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. So don't feel after Esau, Edom, Queendom being destroyed, they're going to rule again.
Because without that affliction shall not rise up a second time. When were you all afflicted? The scripture saying in Psalm 147, verse 20, it says, as he had not dealt so with any nation, as for his judgments, they have not known it. Well, they didn't get judged yet. But that judgment sure.
That's right.
Come in.
What the scripture say in Jeremiah 49, they shall not go unpunished.
Shall not go unpunished. But
right?
They cannot get it.
So when you also feel that this affliction with Jacob in right now, because Israel, we being afflicted right now to the four corners of the earth, right? So we're thinking in the brain they can rule again. You feel like that from Babylon system, you can go back to the old Russian system or you Moabite system.
Well, anytime all you think that, go to Revelation 13 and 10. Scripture will show you, right? He that leadeth into captivity,
surely must go into captivity.
He that killeth by the sword,
surely must be killed by the sword.
Be killed by the sword. Here is the patience
and
faith of saints. So what are you about? We patiently waiting. We have to. The scripture says, let patience have its perfect work, and it's only the men of the Lord will be the ones that will be able to show that patience that is required of them in this time to be able to receive that wonderful salvation of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? If you have anything else, we could close up.
I'll end up with the scripture reading this now. 2 Corinthians 15 and verse. I read over from verse 15. And it says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and when people shall stand upon fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard kings nor princes, and the curse and the course like, of the action the course of the action shall be in their power, right? And that is sure what's gonna happen to these jakes right now in the four corners of the earth, right? What's gonna happen? They're gonna fight. They want to fight right now because right now a lot of them arming up with the militias, especially the black militias, having all these mini armies ready for what? They're ready for the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Come on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And when I see that a lot of them, because I believe it's back in 2021 or 22, right, when they were seeing a lot of these black militias, them, the walking, the marching, that was when the man died. We knew who was saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. George Floyd, right? And when they were saying Black Lives Matter, right? Around that time, you was seeing a lot of the black militias on them, right? So you feel to have other heathens or other jakes in these nations who had a little firearm, as we say here in Trinidad, you're 2 AK. If you can't do it 2 AK.
And then, watch how foolish it was. After time had passed, information was able to come out, and they discovered that this entire Black Lives Matter movement was pushed and introduced into society not by people of so-called black races, but of people of the elites of the society, of the so-called white race, of the so-called ruling class of the Edomite race.
That's right.
Right? They always have a plan to keep Jacob under a delusion, under an impression that they have the power in their hands to make a change for their life. But the more Jacob do think to really say that he's helping, is actually helping the Edomites. They're actually pushing forward the plans of the Edomites to be able to keep Jake continuously in that derision, right? In that state of that comatose state.
And a kind of docile mindset.
Yeah, you sleep.
Because it all goes back to Esau's bubble. Remember how I do a lot of videos concerning it, right? Everything in this world is a distraction, right? Esau Edom, they set forth a distraction. The Jakes put them in a certain bread and circus, put them in a certain mindset, and they basically controlling you, and you don't even know. But hey, I'll just say, those who have eyes, let them see, and those who have ears, let them hear.
Let them hear what the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is saying to you.
Going back into the precept that the Spirit of the prophets is also subjected to the prophets.
Come on.
Right? So the Lord is showing all these things, and it's for who to see. The men of the Lord going to see it, and the guns put it forth to the wives. Right? Hope this video was edifying to the flock. Lord willing. Because hey, a lot of brothers, we seeing this. If you can't see it, then as the scripture says, it wasn't meant for you.
Is it?
This word of Yahweh Mashiach, it wasn't meant for you if you're blinded. If the word be hid, it was hid for those who are lost.
Come on.
Right? So if you want to play willingly ignorant, you're seeing this, you're hearing this day in, day out, your brother telling you, your nephew telling you, your friend telling you, your neighbor telling you, and you're denying it.
Yeah, you're denying the name of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
And that is sure. That is sure it is. The first thing, I went up on my profile to see if my video was posted up, right? And this is the first video that it have on my page itself, right? And that is show how yappa it is.
Well, it's not there no more.
No, it is still. I have to go in the page itself. I did say there's a consequence for rejecting Yahweh Shai. Right?
And
there have a consequence for that.
And what the scripture said that the elect shall praise his name. So, come on.
Let's be honest, last piece of here, so like about that.
Yep.
Proverbs 1. Press Psalms. Proverbs 1 and verse 23 or 25. verse 23, somewhere around there. Verse 24, and it says, because I have called and he refused, I have stretched forth my hand and no man regarded. We Lord see he sent forth his prophets rising early, right? When he say rising early, meaning all now, so that grace period still in act, that grace period still function right now. When the time
before that day, rising early before that great day, the day when the great sun coming, when he reached, we had to be here early, rising up and calling out in the streets, lifting up our voices, sparing.
That's right.
The scripture said that. And only what the scripture say, you have no regard. You refuse. Go ahead.
You say, but ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. So you don't want to hear Yahweh Shema shine that day and age. He gonna laugh at you, right? All these curses, all these curses gonna come upon you. That's because you don't want to hearken unto Yahweh Shema shine, right? And with that, we just want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone and the rule well that taught us this 100% truth, right? This doctrine and be pushing forth to the four corners of the earth, right? And the elect around the earth is Shalom, 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 Wabakariam.
Bad babal.
Bad babal.